Diane here, founder of the Imagine Project. We're here at this amazing school, Altitude Elementary. These fifth graders behind me all did the Imagine Project this year.
The best way.
Woo!
To have the most impact.
I'm Ashley Eccles and I teach fifth grade at Altitude Elementary.
And reach the most kids.
I just have to say, in my 16 years of teaching, it's been such a blessing to start with such a grateful heart, having the opportunity to do the Imagine Project with my fifth graders.
It's through schools.
My name is Reese and I just read my Imagine story.
Hi, my name is Kaden and this is my Imagine story.
Hi, I'm Avery and this is my Imagine story.
My name is CJ and this is my Imagine project.
Teachers can download for free.
We really value our social emotional learning here at Altitude and in Cherry Creek in general.
Across the world.
I loved having the opportunity to have a platform for kids to reflect and respond to things in their lives that maybe they haven't been able to, as well as build the capacity for grit and perseverance and hope to know that they can imagine whatever they want with the stories that they've already experienced.
Imagine that you were born in China. Imagine that you had a hole in your heart as big as a quarter. Imagine that your real parents didn't have enough money to pay to get it fixed. Imagine it's the law in China to leave a child somewhere else, you'll get arrested. Imagine they leave you at the hospital to get healed, then left so they did not get in trouble. Imagine someone finds you on a chair in the hospital. Imagine they open your chest and put a patch on your heart. Imagine a couple sees you on an adoption page and flies to China. Imagine that couple sees the stuff about the heart. Imagine they ask about the heart problem. Imagine the doctor tells them that it's fixed. Imagine they adopt you. Imagine now you live in Colorado and your life is perfect. Imagine that now your name is Kaden. Imagine that you still have a scar from it.
It was so powerful to start our first semester essentially building not only a community and a family relationship in the classroom, but really getting to know these kids through their vulnerability and willingness to share their stories.
Imagine your parents go to the dog park with your 7-month-old puppy Wesley, your 4-year-old dog Percy, and your 2-year-old dog Macy. Imagine you and your sister stay home because you are going to Yellowstone the next morning and you need to get packed up. Imagine when you say goodnight to your dad after they come back, his eyes are watering, but you don't ask why. Imagine you ask your dad where Wesley is because he is not in the bed with your dad. Imagine your dad says he went to the dog sitter's house early. Imagine the next morning everything seems normal and you think you're about to leave for vacation. Imagine your dad says he needs to tell you something and that we all need to sit down on the couch. Imagine he starts crying and you think that he's going to tell you that your grandparents have passed away because they have recently been diagnosed with COVID-19. Imagine he says that there's been a freakish accident at the dog park and that Wesley has passed away. Imagine everyone crying because Wes was still a baby less than 1 year old. Imagine it was the worst day of my entire life. Imagine finding out that Macy and Wesley were playing and her teeth got caught in his collar. Imagine Wesley not being able to breathe. Imagine thinking this could not be real. Imagine you go get ice cream and watch a movie and later go over to your best friend's house. Imagine all of the comfort making you feel better. Imagine your family fostering 2 4-month-old Australian Shepherd puppies for the week. Imagine knowing you can never replace Wesley, but you feel like you can love dogs again.
It provided a platform for kids to reflect and respond to stories in their lives that matter.
Imagine having a good day at school. Imagine coming home and playing with your 2-year-old brother. Imagine getting sat down after your brother goes to bed. Imagine getting told your parents are getting divorced. Imagine your brother the next morning saying what's wrong and you having to say nothing. Imagine your mom being mean to you for everything. Imagine your parents never talking to each other. Imagine not getting to see your dad. Imagine getting new friends at both houses. Imagine getting a better school out of this. Imagine wanting the same job as your dad. Imagine wanting to have a good life. Imagine wanting to have a good education.
My son CJ was part of the Imagine project here at Altitude Elementary, and I'm so proud of him and his growth.
Certain kids maybe would have never shared had they not had the opportunity. We saw students transform from maybe quiet, reflective kids to proud. Like, I mean, those like Caden and CJ, they don't talk much in class.
Imagine a friend being nice to you one second and then mean the next. Imagine her not letting you hang out with other people except for her. Imagine her wanting to play dolls while you wanted to play football with the boys. Even in first grade, you had to do everything she wanted. Imagine the day she's gone, you want to play football with all the boys in your grade. Imagine them turning you down because you're a girl and they're all boys. Imagine you coming home to your mom and dad not telling them what's been going on at school. Imagine you were like a bird in a cage, trapped and sad. Imagine your gloom when you see her or any of your other friends. Imagine your friends finally making you happy again. Imagine her letting you go. Imagine you being very confused about why she's acting all nice. Imagine you're real friends again and you play together sometimes. Imagine you're forgiving her and you never have any problems.
Imagine helping kids transform stress. Well, at first, I didn't really know what to write for the Imagine project, but then I just thought about it, and then I figured one out, and then it felt really good to just write about it.
The Imagine project helped my friends believe me that I'm from China.
The Imagine project helped students transform from maybe being quieter thinkers to empowering them to share their story and feel heard in our classroom.
The Imagine project, it's helped me open up to my parents and say more stuff than I usually would. It's just really helped me.
We shared this with his therapist, which he's recently started seeing, and it was a gateway for her to talk to him about his emotions with the divorce and what he was processing and how he was processing. And he has become a lot more vocal with his words.
Spread the word.
We team plan every day as a team, and certain of us felt like it was hard to get students to write, and some of us felt like it was the absolutely most amazing thing ever.
Tell teachers to download the Imagine project today.
Any way to get that kid excited about writing, I'm 100% behind.
The Imagine project made me feel better about it because it felt like I didn't really have to keep it in for a while and not tell anyone.
I am grateful for the Imagine project because it really helped me get over this anxiety kind of boiling up in me because I didn't really want to tell anyone about it.
Thank you so much for supporting the Imagine project.
So cute. Oh, this is my favorite part of the Imagine project. It really is.
What is?
Just having these kids read their stories and doing this, watching them hearing about what it meant to them,